Hey, welcome back to another RSG lunch stream. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host, and welcome to our lunch hour stream. This is where we hang out with you guys for the next hour and a half, talk some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, just chaos. This is just something fun for you guys to listen to, whether you're watching this live and eating your lunch while you're watching this live, or you're listening to this later on YouTube or downloading this as a podcast. It doesn't matter. We bring you quality entertainment, and we're going to talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. My God in heaven, do we have a crap ton to talk about today? We're going to do a roster review like we always do, and we're going to get to your questions. Bear with me today. I'm the one doing all the questions, so if you have questions, make sure you put them in chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. That's the only way you're going to get your question read, guys. If you don't do it, that's on you, not me. I'm collecting it, so help me to help you, help me help you. That's kind of how it works. If you could, stop what you're doing, give us a thumbs up on the video. Help get our content out there to the YouTube world. More views means just everything. More monetization. We use everything we get in monetization to go back into the stream. So we can keep bringing you guys the quality stuff that you guys like to see. If you'd like to support the channel, there's lots of ways where we're live. You can do the super chat. We are on Twitch. If you're not following us on Twitch, please go over to Twitch and follow us. You can do bits there. You can donate there. We've got super chat function over here where you can donate any amount you like. If you want to make a comment, it's got to be $1.99 or more. It's the way YouTube has it set up, guys. I have no control over that. So if you want something said and us to read it immediately, it'll flash. All of the followers, everything flashes on the screen. We've got that set up. We have our Patreon supporters, who we really appreciate. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter, that is linked below as well. So, awesome. Glad to see everybody here. Hope you're having a great day after all the bombs dropped yesterday, and we're going to get into it. We got into it last night. We had a big after show meeting in the Discord with all the fans and stuff, and let everybody kind of give their opinion and stuff. I think for the one thing that everybody can agree on, the short notice was the biggest thing I saw from everything I saw yesterday that people are upset about. That was, I mean, everyone else was different opinions on different things, so, and that's to be expected. Diverse group, the ways it's going to go, but I think they were really upset that it was just 2 day notice and all this other stuff. It's just a little boggling. But so go ahead and get your questions in. Glad to see everybody there. Shout out to everybody in Twitch. Shout out to everybody in YouTube. Glad to see you guys here as well. Why is my thing not playing? Wait, stop. Okay, there it is. Aha! Ah ha 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 ha. Alright, so Twitch is up and running. Grim is watching Twitch. I'm watching the YouTube. And we are ready to begin. Alright, so first thing I want to start with is this hap dropped after we went, even after we had our get together with everybody in the Discord. It's a CG Carry post on the road ahead. And to discuss all this with me, of course, I've got the crew. We've got Grim the Mechanic.
Abby.
We've got Grande Pappy Patron.
What's up?
And we've got all the way from across the pond, Mr. Michael W. Huntington III.
I have roast chicken for dinner tonight.
Ooh.
Okay, very nice.
Sounds tasty.
I'm on a 3-day fast, so it sucks. Thanks for sharing your
So,
food.
in other words, it sounds super tasty.
Not really right now.
Is that where you eat food really quickly? You
no,
blend
it's
it
where
and
you
drink
don't
it
eat any
rather
food
than-
at all.
than chew.
It's basically a cleanse. So I want to get into this post, The Road Ahead. I want to read it for the fans. This is a big deal. There's a lot of crazy information here, and when this got
Be
posted,
prepared for awesomeness in this post.
yeah. So this is from CG Carey, and she says, "Hello, Holotable Heroes. Hot off the presses, and just before we kick off our booth at Celebration, it's The Road Ahead. It's been just over a year since I started writing The Road Ahead more formally in commemoration of this. I wanted to talk about some of the topics from that blog, to reflect on changes we've made in the past year, additional things we're going to be doing, and as always, exciting things we have planned for the near future. Intro and communications update. 1 year ago, we committed to a format of The Road Ahead that was based on a few different criteria, including some requirements inside of EA that is of this month that have been changed. And we've also received feedback from you as well, which has allowed us to reflect on the structure in its entirety. While we continue to strive to post The Road Ahead inside of the first few weeks of a quarter, and we may for some time, you will likely also see changes to the format. The goal would be to tell you things more frequently instead of big chunks of news and then relative silence for weeks or months. As we work toward that cadence, we will continue to do big beats of information as needed, and we will also explore other types of communication. We know that information is valued, and we also know that somewhere right now, someone is reading this message aloud in a podcast or YouTube video and pouring over every single choice of words. You damn right, Carrie. You know where I'm always looking at you. We got your pool boy here, so I know everything that I say will be relayed to you in some form of capacity as he's serving margaritas.
She knows us so well.
I know when Cabana Boy Grande over there is pouring her margaritas, he's going to whisper all the things that we say. So.
She likes mojitos.
Okay, mojitos. My bad. I didn't know. You know better than I do. Yeah. So,
Saying.
yeah, it's a good point. Things like weather in quotations very difficult means the same thing as in quotations quite challenging. We try to think about these things and explain our intentionality, and we will continue to search for opportunities to clarify our perspective.
Is intentionality a word?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Just because you speak English poorly, Grandi, doesn't mean the rest of us do. All right. Actually, no. Grandi.
Why wouldn't we just say intentions? I don't know. Okay. I'm just saying.
It's just more it's colorful, Grande. It just sparks.
It's sparkle.
It's sassy. Something in particular we've been exploring and showing you behind the development curtain and providing some insight on how we operate. I do have to say that Star Wars show, that the Star Wars show, is it HQ or whatever? The seeing the background and seeing Crazy in there and seeing how they did Revan was really good.
I got more excited about seeing Crazy in there.
I did too, man. I even messaged her. I was like,
I'm
"Ooh, Hollywood!"
I'm just gonna throw that out there that seeing people we know was probably like pointing out more, because there's probably 2 or 3 people in there that I knew, and that was probably more exciting to me than the content of what was in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good to see hard at work. Yeah.
We've been thrilled to be able to partner with Lucasfilm to bring you some behind-the-scenes work on both Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Revan, as well as developer insights on how we think about characters, and we are going to continue down this path, trying to provide as much of our perspective as possible when it comes to how and why we do our build, how and why we do or build things. We will also be doing another developer Q&A in our official forums inside the next month, so keep an eye out for info on that here. Character update cadence. Another topic that we know is near and dear to everyone is the character release cadence. At its core, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is a game about collecting characters, and how when they are released is always a topic of much conversation. However, as the game evolves, so must the way in which we release characters. You've already seen a couple Galactic Chase events for both the Ebon Hawk and Emperor Shuttle, and some changes to how we are merchandising marquees with Droideka. One of the core ways in which we release characters is marquee events, and while we will still be doing marquees, there are going to be a lot fewer marquees than the first half of this year than there were in the same period last year. And instead, you're going to see more and more reworks visiting the hall table. The reason for this is pretty straightforward. There are a number of characters that, by nature of deep and ever-evolving game, do not perform as well as they should. We are going to be tackling a number of these characters head on. With all reworks, our aim is to make them undoubtedly perform better. However, in some cases, like in the cases of the recently reworked HK-47, we changed his core identity as a droid leader by giving him a new role in the Sith Empire team, which, in giving him power and synergy with his master Darth Revan, resulted in us nerfing his leader ability. Overall, we feel he is more interesting and balanced character than before the rework, but he fits into a substantially different team and role. For that reason, we decided to refund investments in the leader ability, and every time we make a significant change, we will attempt to make that calculation. However, the time that the design, balance, QA, and other teams spend on these reworks is sometimes more significant than it would be to make a new character from scratch. Since many people already own these characters and have invested in teams to use them, it's critical we get the balance right and do our best to respect players' previous investment in any characters we change. I say this to highlight that we try to think about all these things in a balance, marquees and reworks, with our eye toward different goals for the player base. For example, we just revealed a new kind of release that is, quotations, very, very, very significantly difficult and quite challenging, called Mythic Battles. It's not like the other types of releases we've had until this point, but we think that the theory crafting and sharing of strategies is going to be at another level. You've been warned. And a quick note on character power. We're aware, as it is an age-old quandary in a game like this, of the issues of dominance for certain characters in the meta. There will always be some pretty dominant characters, but our hope is that a variety of competitive teams filter into the community over time, and that the primary meta of the game becomes a little bit more balanced in the future. While it may not be a true rock, paper, scissors meta, and while it may take some time to execute, this is the targeted end state. This end state is a reflection of some of the competitive gameplay changes we've slowly been making as well. And now the actual road ahead, and now the rest of the story. When we originally
Now for something completely awesome.
Dun, 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 dun. When we originally
They're asking why is Grande not reading?
because this is too important for him to be reading. I mean, honestly, guys.
Correct order words springs to mind.
You know what, Grandy? Do you have the post up?
I could get it up.
Yeah, let's let Rondé read, or the fans
That's
will be
what
like,
she said.
you know, let's let Rondé read. We'll let Rondé read.
Get it go.
Please,
Let me,
please try to do a good job, Rondé. Don't be.
When do I not try and do a good job? Come on.
I really, I'm
Let me
please,
tell ya.
please, Grande, please don't, please.
Don't. And now for the road ahead. Hello there.
Hello there.
When we originally planned the last year of content, we found a chunk of time for us to explore content that the studio is very passionate about in the Star Wars universe, Knights of the Old Republic. Between two important moments for the franchise, Solo and Episode 8,
That's
9,
Yes,
9.
Yeah.
Okay. And while there are many more characters we want to bring from the Old Republic, I'm the reason you see Them Val
Kemval.
on every customer survey. We are starting to shift our focus to a different era that we are going to spend some time on. It doesn't mean that every release from now on until episode 9 will be from this era. It just means that it provides a structure for the content and some of the features we're doing. In that era, there whether the inspiration comes from the prequels or the animated series, it is Clone Wars.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Starting off, we are doing reworks of the trio of master duelists from the Jedi Order: Anakin Skywalker, General Kenobi, and Ahsoka Tano. General Kenobi, for example, is already one of the most used in our game, so we will most likely focus on changes related to synergies with the other two rather than pure power, as we did in the recent changes to Bastila Shan Fallen. But the intent is for the three characters together to synergize and elevate the value of each other. We will have more to share on their kit reveals in the upcoming weeks. We're going to play around with this era for quite a while, so expect to see more older and newer characters from this era to come front and center. Okay, that sort of makes sense, right?
Yeah, I like
We've
it.
already seen it. We've already seen a rework on Anakin once, and we've already sort of seen a quasi rework on regular old Ahsoka Tano. I bet you she loses her leader ability.
Yeah, doesn't make sense, but I think that if they put the synergy with those three, that'd be fantastic. I like that. I like that a lot.
Hello, clones. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, we could
Jeez.
keep going, brother.
I know.
Yeah, please give us Delta Squad.
You know, I mean, I've got to tell you, there is a lot of great stuff they could do with Delta Squad.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So in this first section here, I see a lot of good stuff. You know, I do like seeing a shift away from Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes.
I know a lot of people like it, but we've had like 18 months of it.
Yeah,
So-
we're gonna move on to Clone Wars, and it makes sense. They're getting ready to launch the series, and this is one of the most popular things we saw in Battlefront 2 with the additions they've made with the Clone Wars, with all the new characters, with Anakin being added. I mean, it makes sense. And there's even rumors that Ahsoka's coming into Battlefront 2.
This also lets us
Ooh,
go. This
great.
also lets us kind of flesh out some things, right? It lets us potentially get 5G notions. It lets us potentially get even potentially work on Tuscans, right? And get five Tuscans maybe. So,
Yeah.
um, fleshing out some of these kind of forgotten factions, I'm okay with. Okay, so the next portion, territory battle on Geonosis. With an eye on Clone Wars, we are thrilled to announce that around the time of the next big feature update, TU16, which will land inside of the next 3 months, we will be launching the first map of a brand new territory battle located on
Did we
Geonosis.
call it or did we call it?
Well,
Yeah.
Finity called it without
I
a doubt.
called it.
Finity,
I called it. This is what me and Finn have been preaching for months. That this was going to be the next big thing.
yeah. So a lot of people kind of already saw this a little
Yeah,
bit.
it made sense, right?
Yep. In anticipation of the launch of the brand new map, we recently streamlined the Hoth map platoons so players can more efficiently clear Hoth. The new Geonosis map will have new characters along with special events, and we are eager to share more details when we get closer to the release. And they gave us a map. This map looks
pretty.
really, it looks pretty cool. It's a little cartoony.
Well, I mean, but you know what? It just looks like the map and from the
Again,
battle
it's
and
concept,
Battlefront.
right?
It's
I mean,
concept, yeah.
this is concept art, and so I doubt it will look this cartoony in the game.
This looks exactly like a lot of the map from Battlefront.
Yeah.
It's freaky how
Well,
much this looks because when you first start the Battle of Geonosis in Battlefront, if you look to the right, if you guys are on the forums looking at the image, that opening area, that's where the droid factory is. And your first thing is you have to get the walkers up and running. So you go and get the walkers, then you start moving forward to the separatist ships there, and then it's a battle to try to knock those over, and then you're trying to get your tanks toward.
So I'm thinking we're going to have a right to left map and a left to right map again.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we potentially now could be running 4 TBs.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what would be really cool is if they let us actually choose what TB we want to do, what map we want to be on per territory battle.
I doubt they're going to do that.
I know
really
they probably wouldn't.
I really doubt it. My guess is that we potentially though could have them with more frequency and get more out of the guild event tokens, or
we need them.
We're going to need a ton of guild event tokens, guys.
Exactly. So don't choose which one. Do them both. Do all of them. Bring in 3 more.
Yeah, and we need to keep the current ones at the same rate, and then just add the new ones. Right.
Like we're probably with this next map, we're probably gonna get 2 new characters in the guild event store,
One light and one dark.
and that's not including Malak. So
we're also probably going to get 1 character we get on the map when we do light way, and 1 character we get on the map when we do dark way, right?
Yep.
So it's totally. I didn't even press the button. Jesus. I just touched the thing.
I'll read it.
No, okay. No. I'm better.
Okay.
So Grand Arena Championships. In the update, in that update, we are also going to be releasing an extension to Grand Arena called Grand Arena Championships. A championship is a multi-week series of Grand Arena events and competitive challenges where players can fight their way into more and more exclusive leagues with higher rewards and ultimate bragging rights. This next update is intended to be the start of a new era of competitive play in Galaxy of Heroes. And over time, there will be more and more ways to demonstrate that you are among the very best SWGOH players in the world. We have solicited some players for feedback on the initial design of the Grand Arena Championship, and will begin a restricted beta in the upcoming weeks. Okay,
Very
so
nice.
let's kind of digest these couple. I think that there's a lot of what's cool here. I do want to warn you, this is bracketology, and
Yep.
for anyone who's kind of a nerd with bracketology, I'm going to tell you that there are some ways where, I'm just going to read you something that I wrote about this from a different area, but I'm going to read something that I wrote in a comment to someone else, And I was going to say, I'm going to say that don't forget that this could be single elimination. Sometimes things happen where you can't find time for say 1 day out of 30. Seems unfortunate that the best player in the game might be eliminated because of an airplane flight or a family emergency once in that 30-day period. Um, how the tournament is structured could be super important. The best baseball teams, for example, lose 30 to 40% of their games in a season. Heck, the winningest team ever in the history of sports only had a 94% win rate, and that is in the history of the world. This means that either we all recognize that the player at the top is not necessarily the best player, just a combination of a good player, a lucky player, and a player with the time to participate 100% of the time. Or we have a tournament style where more variance is allowed. Um, we have also not even discussed how the championships are seeded. The NCAA basketball finals, for examples, have their seeds set rather than dynamic seeding. That actually makes the teams in spots 2 through 8 have an easier route to the finals than the number one seeded team. Or of course the rewards are garbage, and we were just talking about bragging rights, and then I'm not sure it even matters.
Yeah, it's going to be how they set it up. It could be a round robin setup.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of the the details matter on this, and we don't know crap for the details.
Yeah, we'll make judgment until we see the structure and how it's going to be played out.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I think it's cool that they're doing this. I do like the competitive side. I think it is something worth saying. You make great points, Grande. Let's wait and see how it comes. They're what it's going to entail.
Yeah.
What it's going to entail. You know, we don't know yet. So let's.
I just hope it's not going to be like squad arena tournaments all over again, where the hackers come out of the woodwork to get the rewards.
If the rewards are great, we will see cheaters again.
Yeah, but CG's got to be on top of that and looking at that stuff and really having people monitoring that, because
I hope so.
You know,
if the rewards get too good, you'll have cheaters.
But if this is more for bragging rights and stuff, then there'll still be some cheating, but I'm just hoping CG's on top of it.
Most people are not going to cheat if it's just for bragging rights.
Right. So
I mean,
there will be cheaters though. Don't you.
Oh yeah. Someone's going to find a way.
Yeah.
So, closing couple paragraphs here. Star Wars Celebration. Stop by our booth and talk with any of our team members in attendance about the upcoming new Clone Wars content, or watch the Star Wars show coverage of the event on April 11th. If you are attending, swing by early and drop off your ally code and get some swag.
I'd like some swag, Grande.
Well, I guess we'd have to go to Celebration.
Well, we decided to raise money for cancer.
We did, and we did mention about possibly looking at a Celebration thing for next year, maybe.
Yeah, we're looking at that maybe because where fans can go.
I would like to go to Celebration once in my life. It's kind of a bucket list thing.
So we're looking at that.
I can't imagine a greater group of people to go to Celebration with than the RSG folks.
Yeah.
So I'd like to figure out some way to make that happen. Last paragraph here. There's been a lot of excitement and passion from players throughout our entire development cycle, and we are always endeavored to be worthy of your time and attention. We are so happy to continue to play in this sandbox. That's a crazy choice of word, and provide new challenges. And as always, we'll see you on the holotables and at Celebration. Carrie, senior producer.
Yep. All right. So that's
how was my reading? I'm telling you, it's not
Friday. Between the names and this today, you're getting high marks on my book, buddy. You're doing better. Those tapes from Tits are really paying off.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. Crumb is at Celebration, and Kalessin, one of our guys in Discord, got to meet him today.
What's his name in Twitch? By WCLO. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I'm.
Or CIO.
Who wants to know what my GP is?
Bye.
You can see it right there. It's about to fly up a little bit here in the next few hours as I get these characters ready for this event coming up. The characters are ready now. I'm just trying to get them even better. The one person I am going to take up tremendously is Basilisk Sean. I got Canderous to 17.5 plus, so he's ready to rock and roll. You can see Darth Revan HCam I've already got set. I'm going to get Basilisk to gear 12, and so these characters will be ready for Malak. So I'm at 4.18 million GP. I don't fluff my GP. I am very lean. I don't believe in it. That's why when we do our Ross reviews, this is why I specifically say don't fluff your GP. And if you want to look at my roster and see why, then there you go. So, yeah, it is worth watching, man. I take first and second, and I only got second in this one. That's because, you guys, final results, I got second, but I could have gotten first, but I was raising money for cancer. I get a little.
We were walking around.
I was in a half marathon. Give me a little. I get a little slack for this time.
We were running around.
I have not forgotten first in the Grand. Yeah, I haven't got first in Grand Arena. This is the first one in a while, so just bear with me on that. But yeah, we just
ran out of time. We were playing it, and then we had to get up and go somewhere, and we were like, man, we've only got like 2 hours, and Ranger's not finished. And we were kind of like...
I just didn't have the time.
We'd rather hang out together than finish.
Yeah, I was exhausted.
It was Saturday, I think.
I was exhausted, man. We had so much to do. It was just crazy. And
it would have been that, or you would have literally been walking around Disney playing a game rather than...
Yeah, priorities, man. Priorities. I'll go back and one more. But
it's just that Ranger forget to keep on doing the... hold on, guys. I got to go to the bathroom.
I didn't have time. We didn't have time for that, man. Didn't even have time for that. So we're gonna get to our roster review. So let me go ahead and pull this up. I could have pulled up. That's not where the roster review is. Well, then I'll just bring this. Let me copy Vormax's stuff. That's our restream stuff, guys. And I don't know why it does that, but it's fine. Paste and go. More than one way to skin a cat. We'll pull up the old Ross review for Vormax, and we are doing our homie Vormax's Ross review today. Who's in reality Skewed Gamer Psy. My old stomping grounds once upon a time. But glad to see Vormax for finally doing his Ross review. And let's look at what old Vormax wants us to look at. I don't know what it could be, but we're gonna find out here. So let's see what Vormax wants.
Well, first off, I'm very, very disappointed.
Why?
His Aurora, it hasn't
Get
even
the hell out of here with that crap.
Here, let me read. He says I'd like a mod review, and also where I could prove on my ships, and the last would be TW and TB teams.
All right. Well, if we take care of TW, your TB teams will take care of themselves.
More than likely, I would agree with that.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think first he's looking at
mods, right?
Mods, so I almost think we just go straight there.
Let's go straight mods, man. Let's just look that
that was his first thing. So let's click over to the mod page, and let's kind of filter by speed first, right? Just to kind of see where we're at. Whoa!
Does anyone else ever think of the jam as soon as we say let's go to the mods?
Lots of 20s, man.
Yeah.
So he's 6E'd.
He listens to us. You can tell. A lot of good mods here, man. Some more slicing needs to be done.
He's ate a bunch. He's ate a bunch of mods. He's got a little bit down here, especially in the speed area.
You need some slicing done here, definitely, because there's some really nice mods.
A little bit down here
that one on Snowtrooper, man, I'd slice that one. That crit one on Zeb is really nice. I'd slice that. Yeah, there's a lot of mods.
The one on the triangle on CLS. There's some slicing down here kind of lower that could be done. We don't have a ton of speed mods. It's probably the one thing I'm noticing is just in general, you got a lot of health mods. Every once in a while we grab a speed mod, but they're not like...
They're not... Well, I'm seeing more down below with less speed.
See if we.
He does have a lot of speed mods, but they're not on the upper echelon of
we went back
speed.
to filters and we just filtered by speed.
Yeah, let's do that. Let me do this, just the speed set.
So speed sets with speed, you'll see it gets a little more.
Yeah, there we go. So now we can start filtering a little bit more.
It gets a little bit more tricky here, right?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna. Man, it'd be nice if we had some more. Of course, we got what we got, right?
Yeah, gotta work with what we got. But I like to see that it is on his main characters and his PvP team. That's really good. Definitely need to get that one on Snowtrooper sliced immediately. That's a really good mod. That triangle with crit damage and it's a 16 speed 4. That's phenomenally good. That'd be my priority slice right there. And it's got offense on both. It's got offense and offensive percentage. Man, that's a mod you want to get.
So even if it's sliced, yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it right now.
That's a super nice mod.
Yeah, and even if we did it like filters for offense and speed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this thing is not like. It's like the filters are not. I'm gonna have to like sort by speed. Is that gonna work? Like, have you noticed that like the sorting doesn't seem to work very well for you?
It is what it is. Overall, I think you did a decent job. We definitely need to get some more speed sets with higher speed. Trust me, I know how difficult that is. I have been buying speed sets, and especially on the right side with the triangle, the cross. Trust me, I know. I've rolled a bunch of gold 5s with speed and gotten nothing on the hit. It's absolutely infuriating. But oh my god. Make sure, guys, when you guys are doing questions, if you have questions for us.
He's doing pretty good as far as the mods are concerned.
Yeah, one sec, Ronnie. Caveat, I cannot see your questions unless you put question in front of the statement. I use Nightbot to scoop it up. If you have a question, make sure you put the actual word question in front of your question. That way I can scoop it up. It doesn't filter. It's too much to filter if you don't do it that way. So if you have a actual question you want done, I know we got a lot of new people here. So just a public service announcement. Question, put your question, and then you'll be good to go. So the word question, then put your question, and then we'll get it scooped up.
Vormax is in the chat.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
To you and Grande, the speed set mods don't like him.
I know they don't like me either.
They don't like him. They don't like him, and they don't roll speed. I could tell because he's worked a bunch of them.
1 in 200 or something. Someone said, been crunching the numbers, and 1 in 200. That's
super great, man.
You got to adapt, haven't you? I mean, sometimes you can't.
He has adapted. He's got some great health mods. Whenever you look at him.
Yeah, there's some good speed secondaries that he has, and they're on their primary teams that they need to be on. I don't have a problem where he's got them. We do need to do some more slicing. You just got to keep grinding it, man. It's frustrating as hell. Trust me, I know.
And the game seems to be giving him health and potency. Freaking take it, man.
Potency's nice. Yeah.
Oh my word.
I had 2 on Revan that were, I think they're both 20 and a 19 speed. On my Darth Revan, those are not even my best mods, and I got those on my Darth Revan at the moment. So you can get some really nice speeds on some of the mods. You want them ideally on your speed sets, the best speed you can. But yeah, I mean, you've got a couple here that can go 6E.
Besides the slicing, I feel like he's done a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, overall, very good job. They're in the right place. There's more slicing that could be done because he has some potential with some of these mods.
He needs to level up too.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like on pilots, he's got some mods that are like not like, I'm just looking here, like he's got some mods with speed that potentially he could level up, like young Han Solo, especially considering we're getting a thing coming up here pretty soon that uses the solos.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so hard to sort now because it just gives you the first freaking page, so you end up having to sort a bunch of different ways. I wanted to do a filter here too, by arrows with speed primaries with flat offense secondaries.
What are you seeing?
What I'm seeing whenever I do speed with flat offense secondaries, it looks like we could slice some arrows, like for example the arrow on Jango Fett,
sure,
and the arrow on Karth Onasi. We could slice those up. They've got over 100 offense, sitting on a speed arrow, and potentially some of these have double offense, right? So whether they, especially this Cartho nasty arrow, where we have two different opportunities to get speed. I mean, to get offense. There's also like the arrow on Wampa. I think that would be a great one. Potentially we could take up. So some of these, don't neglect the arrows. Speed arrows that show. Here's an offense set bonus on Magma. Hit offense twice. It's a speed arrow. So I definitely would look at these speed arrows that show offense as a secondary. We probably got, probably half a page of those. Speed.
Thank you, Grande.
What's that?
I just checked mine, and two of my highest defense speed mods or speed arrows are on Jawas. Thank you. I'll be addressing that later on today.
Well, it's again, right? I mean, if we're really trying to maximize it, we want to make sure they're on good damage dealers. We want to make sure that they're potentially on good damage dealers that we use a lot. It's just something to think about. I'd definitely look at those two with over 100.
Yeah.
Potentially that one on Wampa could hit 4 more times. That mod could potentially end up with over 200 offense sitting on a speed arrow.
And offense is important for some of these characters, guys. You got to think too that speed is exceptionally important for GA and Squad Arena, but you still need those other mods that are.
And you're basically just getting free offense whenever you're doing it on a speed arrow.
Yeah.
I mean it's.
Yep.
I mean that's one of the great things we've got. I also don't want to forget about percentage offense. I know they didn't say it in this post, but if we ever got to the point where we went to gear 13, the percentage offenses could become more important than the flat offenses. Finity and I had a late night talk while the lights were off, and we were getting ready to fall asleep about when, while we were in Florida, about at what point do we flip from flat offense to percentage offense. So be cognizant of the percentage offenses potentially as a future proofing for yourself.
Yeah. But overall, good job with your mods.
I feel like we're good with the mods.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I have a quick question for you, Grande, about the offense percentage and stuff. Is that based off of the base offense of a character or the total offense?
Yeah. So again, right? So like if we went over here to like the units, right? If we went into swgoh.gg and we went into character stats, right?
Northern Border just said sharing pillow talk.
It was total pillow talk. So if
I wanted to ask who was spooning who.
They were in separate beds, unfortunately.
We were in separate beds, man. We were in separate beds. It was like Leave It to Beaver, man. We were in separate beds, right? So if you take a character with the highest physical damage in the game, which is Juhani, right? So what would a percentage stat look like, right? So let's just take 100 flat offense, right? So if we take 100 flat offense and we divide that by what her base is, which is 3708, right? That'll give us the percentage. So that's 2%, so 2.6%, right? So if you had an offense mod, so if we went back over here to Vormax's mods and we sorted by, and we now removed offense as a secondary, let's remove this, let's remove the receiver slot, and we sorted by percentage offense. So we have so for example, there's a mod sitting on Thrawn right now that he's got. I just sorted by percentage offense. That's sitting at 4.26, right? Percent. And so that's better than 100 flat offense on Juhani, for example. That's the equivalent of, if we did that, right? If we took Juhani's 3708, right, and we multiplied that by what was his mod again? 4.26. I'm totally getting nerdy. 4.26%. What is that? Oops, I did that wrong. So
Grande does math and fails horribly. Stay tuned.
We multiplied that by 0.0426. What does that mean? That mod on Juhani would be equal to a mod that had flat offense of 157.
Pretty
almost
nice.
158, right? So the percent, so super high percent offense mods, when you put them on a character, can do more than the flats. We look at the flats a lot, but you know, potentially at some point the percentages overtake the flats.
Yeah, when you get to your mods on offense, like if you look at my Yoda, the reason he is so high on his offense is not because I have a lot of mods with offense. They do, right? The flat number is the percentages when you take them to 6E shoot through the roof. And then you start seeing high increases in that offensive percent, which Finn has brought up in the past, that up to 5A, you're not really going to notice it, but when you start taking them to 6E, holy God. Plus, if you have offensive set mods and mods that have offensive percentage, it goes way up. So if you think about, if you have a mod that has a percentage and its offense percentage on its main stat, your offensive stat is going to go way up, like Ronnie just demonstrated. So that's one thing you guys have got to.
There's not very many stats that we get both a percentage and a flat on.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, whenever you look at the ones that we get it on offense, right? We get it on health, defense, and protection.
Yeah.
We're already looking at percentages on, crit chance, potency, and tenacity. And we all know that those characters that we see with over 100% tenacity are pretty freaking sick, right?
Yeah.
Or over 100% potency. So these percentage stats could really get to the point where we're super excited about them.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Let's get to
I
characters.
feel like
No, that's a great point in Vormex, and
That's
said
why I asked,
RSG Vormex says Grande Patron may not read, but he sure knows a lot about mods.
All right.
So let's start going
That's
through
why I
your teams for Territory
there for a
Wars,
second.
and
let's run look at his ships for a minute. I went back to his main.
Oh, you want to
page.
go to ships? Yeah. Okay. Let's go back.
That's what he said was his name. Next thing he said, I would like a mod review and also where I could improve in ships.
Well, let's look at what he's running right now. He's running.
That's enough to get.
He's got
his
the MILF lineup. I wonder why he's not doing.
So he does have a MILF lineup, right? And let's look at his reinforcements. Phantom 2, which we like.
Perfect.
Cassian, which we like.
Really good.
Sunfac, I'm okay with. And Slave 1, I'm okay with that too. Right?
If you can, one of the ships that I've been seeing being run in that lineup because of all the buffs and stuff that comes in there, Lando's Millennium Falcon is really good in there.
He could run Lando.
Yeah.
Let's go look at his.
Yeah, but he's got
then.
2 other tanks
I
in
think
that
the one that he
lineup.
might be running too.
I would go another offensive hitter. I mean, Wedge in that lineup is sick. Like
Wedge in that lineup
Wedge
would
coming
be
off the
great.
roof. If you want to keep Sunfac or Boba Fett, you can. I don't think Boba Fett works as well with this lineup.
You got to remember, he is only running a 5-star Millennium Falcon as of
That's
today,
okay, but
right?
but
the
yes.
event's coming out, and let's look at his bounty hunters just to kind of take a quick look.
Well, I'm looking at his overall ships right now. So
he's ready to go for 7-star MILF.
Nice, very nice. Yeah.
When it comes out, so I feel like he's going to be good there.
Yeah.
He
You can always go sneaky and max Geonosian Spy's reinforcement.
Oh yeah, that's a great ship.
Then you're at the mercy of RNG or which other ship it targets. But
sometimes it
hit
will
gold.
target the MILF. Sometimes
Yes,
it'll
it
target
will.
the MILF. And
Yeah,
that's quite interesting whenever that happens, isn't it?
Yep.
We
Just have a couple of
on Geonosian
rebels
Spy, we do not have the reinforcements maxed. So that's one possibility. I wanted to look more, just kind of filter by his rebels for a minute, since we're doing most of the rebels. Make sure we've got everything on his front lineup at least kind of maxed out, right? Biggs is maxed. That's great. Let's look at his Phantom 2. Phantom 2 has maxed reinforcements.
Yeah, gear
so
11, gear 11 plus on the characters, very
gear
nice.
11, gear 12.
Cassian looks really good.
I think your suggestion about Wedge is a really great idea. We're not maxed on the skills.
That's okay.
But we could probably max out the skills and be okay. Bistan, also not a bad
Great
choice.
ship too. Yeah.
Let's look at what he's doing as far as Ghost. We could put Ghost in that lineup as well. Ghost hits super freaking hard, does a great AoE, so you can get around some stuff. Potentially look at the Ghost, I think.
Bistan could be a really fun reinforcement as well. Because if you can max out the reinforcement.
He does hit hard, straight up.
Yeah,
when he
but you
comes
get
out
a
of
free hit and an assist straight as he comes in.
He will take somebody out without a doubt. The Lando one that you guys mentioned before, not quite maxed, but looks pretty good. He could potentially look at bringing Lando in as a reinforcement. I think he's got some choices here. It may be a timing thing, right? It may have something to do with when his payout is. As far
What
as
stars is Ebon Hawk?
Eben Hawk, he's got a. I thought I saw it in there. He does have 4-star Eben
All
Hawk.
right, okay.
Which is fine from reinforcements, really, at 4-star. I feel like this is a timing thing with him, right? Or maybe like a not in a shard chat thing. Because to me, you know, his average should be more around 20 instead of his average around 40.
Yeah.
You know, he's got everything.
I agree with that.
He's got everything there to do it. You know, of course, again, too, he may just have a really hard shard, right? He may be climbing from 80 every day. You know, you never know, right? I mean, if everybody's got the MILF, some of the guys on my shard, they are climbing from 80 to take their rank every day. That's a hard slog, guys. That's really hard.
What was his starting lineup?
So starting lineup is the normal Houndstooth, Millennium Falcon, and Biggs Darklighter. Pulling in reinforcements, Phantom first, Cassian, and it's really just the last two that we're talking about.
So one of the things he could try is to switch out. What was the third ship again? It was. Oh, Biggs. Did you say?
He's got Sunfac.
He's got a double tank.
He's got Sunfac and Boba Fett, and I'm thinking that he needs to have at least one of those, a more offensive ship like Lando, Biston, or Wedge in there, or maybe
I'd try Biston, because Biston's a quick ship.
Yeah.
If you get the boosts through the attacks abilities. It's way quick. No, it's not as. I don't think it's quite. With the boosts, it's quicker, isn't it, than Biggs? So what you'll have effectively is that your Millennium Falcon does its protection thing. Then Bistan will stealth, and you could get an assist immediately from MILF there, which means then that all they can do is target your Houndstooth.
Well, he's saying Vormax is saying my problem is that I drop a lot overnight and I'm not in the shard chat. I usually drop to 100 to 200 more or less. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his main problem. He's only got a 5-star Millennium Falcon. I know that's got changed because you do have required ones to get it to 7-star now. You know, once you get
unfortunately,
have to get in your shard chat.
That's a great.
Try your best to get in your shard chat.
Poe is another great nasty ship to come off that you can bring in. He's one of my he's my favorite reinforcement. I love him.
York's about the 7-star.
Ship. That ship is so damn good. He doesn't like ships. I don't blame you, Vormax. So just take those suggestions, see how that works for you once you get your 7-star. Play around with those suggestions a little bit and see how it works out for your ships. So let's go to characters. Some good advice on the ships there. So we go to characters. We're just going to start going down the line and where you can use these in territory wars and territory battles. Now, for dark side territory battles, you're going to need the bounty hunters. You do have Bosk and Jingo, Zeta, and Gear 12. Your other bounty hunters look really solid. This team, I use this team all the way up to phase day 6 and the dark side territory battles. It's that damn good. This is a team that you can use. Besides the special events and territory battles, it's just phenomenal in just using as another team. Keep working on your Jango Fett. That's always a good thing. Get him to Gear 11. Gear 12, he's a phenomenal bounty hunter. But your other ones I like a lot. So you're looking good there. This is a team, again, you're going to put on for Territory Wars or Grand Arena. This is a defensive team. People use different combinations of bounty hunters. We've talked about them all the time. But it's definitely a team you put on defense and force them to use. You know, when you think of Grand Arena and Territory Wars, it's about making them waste good teams to beat your teams, right? So they don't have them going into the back line. So if you have a really solid bounty hunter team, they can't use troopers on. They're going to have to use something big to take it out, because if they don't, then it's going to get turn meter and you basically screwed yourself. So this is some of the reasons why you want to have the diversity you do on your lineups. But this is a great team that you can use in all of Dark Side Territory battles. and I use them even on day 6. Like, I'm just gonna use my bounty hunters because once they get their payout, it's over. It's over. First order. Now, I used to use First Order and Dark Side territory battles a lot. They can be done. It's a slower process. Yours are nowhere near where they need to be. Of course, we've talked about the Zetas. You do have the one on Kylo Ren, but Kylo Ren on Mass needs 2. First Order Stormtrooper needs 1. Your officer needs to be higher. As a team you can work on, it you can use it in Dark Side territory battles. This is, again, the First Order team is a team you use on defense. You put it down. You want the highest speeds on your officer and your Kylo Ren on Mass. You want lots of crit on this team because you want them to get turn meter. But it's another team where if you get it modded and everything, so again, they have to use a really good team. It can be countered, but you want it to be forced to use another good team. So this is another defensive team, and it works well in Dark Side territory battles. But just know that it's a slower team to progress through in the later stages of the territory battle because they just don't. You have to get them going, and the battles, with some of the stuff, the abilities the rebels do, it can go a little bit longer. But they do work effectively there. Your Ewoks, let's just look. Pretty solid. Gear 11, Gear 12, Gear 11, Gear 10, Gear 9, Gear 9. Yep, this is an offensive team. Do not put these guys down on defense. They are too easy to counter and too easy to kill. Now, when you're controlling them on offense, this is an offensive team. They are phenomenal. They can beat a lot of teams on offense. When you're controlling them, the AI does dumb stuff and will get you wasted. So just wanted to touch on Ewoks. Imperial Troopers. This is a team you're going to need for Dark Side territory battles. Yours looks pretty solid. You got Gear 11 and 12s on them. Make sure Stark is super fast. You got Range Trooper. You should have no problems with anything in Dark Side territory battles. For Territory Wars Grand Arena, this is an offensive team. You do not want to leave these guys on defense. But yeah, you want Stark as fast as possible because he's going to get the speed bonus from Veers. So this is an offensive team. You use this to take out a lot of stuff. You can take out bounty hunters. If your Stark can go before their bounty hunters, you can crush bounty hunters. I've done it lots of times in Grand Arena. You can go back and watch the videos. But if not, then you can use them for other teams. But this is an offensive team. They're really nasty. It comes down to speed. If Stark goes first, you're pretty much in the driver's seat. If he doesn't, then you're rolling the dice. And if you're using Range Trooper in your lineup, that gives you a lot more flexibility because Range Trooper with his call and assist and protection and everything, really nice. I've seen that team do some phenomenal stuff, and so your lineup's really solid with that. I'd like to work on my Range Trooper, but I keep getting pulled in other directions. Let's see here. Old Republic, let's just see how you're doing with your characters in general. Missions Albar 11, no Zetas. Karth, okay, I see you don't have your Darth Revan. Keep farming your Karth, Candace, Juhani. You didn't get Darth Revan this time, that's okay. You can get them next time around. So those are characters that should be in your farming plan. But these teams, like the Karth team, is really good. I'm creating this scoundrel team with Kira with all the solo characters, and I'm definitely running the Karth team with Zalbar, Mission, Candace, and Juhani. It's a nasty team you have to deal with in any territory war Grand Arena, and you're seeing a lot more of those being placed because these teams like First Order, Bounty Hunters, Karth, they regenerate health and protection back. So especially if they win, they can be a nightmare for your opponent because just if they get turn meter, they're hard to kill. And they're regenerating their health and protection. So if you screw up and load TM, you're basically screwing your other guildmates. Don't load TM, guys. Don't do it. If you're going to lose. If you've taken out a couple characters, then finish it up. Moving on. Night Sisters. I don't need to look at your Jedi. Your Jedi are fantastic. Night Sisters look solid. I take a Sasha 12. But she's got the 2 Zetas. Mother's got the Zeta. Zombie Gear 11. Very nice. Now, some people like Night Sisters on offense. They're great in the Dark Side territory battles. You can use this team there. A lot of people put these guys on the defense, and what they'll do before they get Spirit up is they'll either put a Nest or a Xeris down and use that as the combination of characters that they're using. But I'm seeing a lot more of Spirit being put in there. So if you can get your Spirit to 7 stars and geared, she is a ridiculous piece on there. You take out Acolyte or Talia and you put this for Spirit. Now that changes for Phase 4 of the Sith Raid. You want Talia in there and Spirit out because it's about maximizing damage and what they do. But for Territory Wars and Grand Arena, Darkside Territory Battles, Night Sisters just in general are really, really good. You can put them on defense. You can use them on offense. They're a very versatile team. So far, you're doing a really good job with your teams, Warmax. Rebels, offense. I don't even know what to say. You can do mix and match them however you like. Your Rebels look fantastic. I don't have any problem with that. Get your C-3P up to gear 12 as soon as possible. He is a nasty piece that can be put on the board. Lots of different combinations. People use lots of different combinations in different places. I don't need to go into that, but these are offensive teams. You do not want to put these teams on defense, and in territory battles, they just wreck. It's ridiculous. Resistance. This is another offensive team that you can put mix and match, mainly JTR and BB-8, and then whatever else tickles your fancy. But this is a team that you do not want to put on defense. They do great in the territory battles. In the territory wars, this is a offensive team that can take out a lot of teams. Yours is really solid. I'm seeing more people running Finn in there instead of Holdo. I run Holdo still. In my team now, I run Finn in Phase 1 of the Heroic Sith Raid, but this is another great team that you can use for offense and offensive only. Do not put this team on defense. Someone's calling in. I can't answer it right now. Let's see. Let's look at your Sith. Sith look really good, as expected. I like that you got Fallen Bastards 11. She's really good with Palpatine. So one of the things I see is the Triumphant run with like Sith Trooper or something along those lines, and then I'll see Palpatine Vader with the Fallen Bastila, and a couple other characters run. People mix and match. These can be used on offense or defense. I prefer to have them on offense, but it depends on what you're seeing. In Darkside Territory Battles, they're phenomenal. In Territory Wars, you're mainly going to see them being held for offense because they're such a good offensive team. You can take out a ton of stuff. So that's why you see these guys mainly on offense. Sometimes you see them on defense, but it depends on who you're facing. Especially in Grand Arena. But these are all offensive characters, and yours look really solid. Last group I want to look at is your Scoundrels. Scoundrels look good. You want to get that Zeta on Ness as soon as possible. She is nasty, nasty, nasty. You got a lot of the good components for the Kira Stall team in place with Mission Zalbar, Kira L3, your Vandor's Gear 11. So you could actually put that team down on Grand Arena and Territory Wars.
He needs Vandor's Zeta first,
but
though.
Yeah. But you're right there for that team until you get the Old Republic team of Canderous, Karth, Juhani, and the rest set up. But if you want to run that team, that's a good team to put down. You could put that team down in a zone with your bounty hunters and another in the same zone for Grand Arena. You've got to use good teams to beat it. You cannot let L3 go, and it's a pain in the ass because if that team gets rocking and rolling, people are in trouble. Overall, though, those are just some suggestions and stuff about teams. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say, has it been mentioned, the 5 Han Territory War squad? Because aren't all Hans getting buffs?
Oh, yeah. God in heaven. Jesus. I forgot about that. We hadn't even got to that. Oh.
So his leader's Gear 11, because I think Stormtrooper's the only Han. By the way, if you search Han Solo, you get 4, because you don't get Stormtrooper Han.
Why?
I don't know. I tried earlier. We were discussing the Hans and where we are gear-wise. So he's got a Gear 11 lead for his 5 Han army.
You can't
Han Solo looks.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. We talked about it last night. That is just ridiculous. Put those on your front 2 lines and just God help you. I mean, what they did with that was just crazy. Oh God. That Han setup, when we were reading through it last night, Mike, it was just mind-numbing. Because you can't do anything until you kill Captain Han. But if Stormtrooper Han gets his taunt off, you got
that's it.
It's gonna be nasty to deal with. I really am dreading. These are the kind of territory wars my guild and I are just like, whatever. You know, we just don't care because it gets so ridiculous with some of the buffs that they put out there. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know what the feedback of the community is, but it's not very popular what they're doing. It's ruined territory wars for Finn. He just absolutely hates it. All right, so that's your characters and stuff there, Vormex, that you can kind of use in different places. You're doing a great job, man. You really are. I'm super impressed with your lineup. Got some work to do, some things you can change around, things of that nature. You're farming the right characters. You're right where you need to be. Stay on target. I got nothing else for you. And you know, Vormex, if you do have questions, you can find us at any time, and we'll get you squared away. And we encourage people, if you have questions, hit us up on our Discord. We're always there. We've got a great community of just hundreds of people that'll help you with anything. They usually get to the questions before we do. And you can find our Discord link down below. And then if you would like a roster review, all you need to do is send your GG page to Finity, Finity, in Discord. Give him 24 hours. If he hasn't responded in 24 hours, then message him again saying, hey, did you get my stuff? Make sure he says it's locked and loaded. Give him a little bit of insight of what you need. We'll get back with you a couple weeks later when your roster review comes up. We'll ask if there's anything else you want us to focus on or changes. We'll let you know what date your roster review is, and then we'll do it. That's kind of how it works. So if you want a roster review, just send your GG page to Dr. Finn, and we will get you squared away. All right, so that's the... Why is this...
Popular person.
That's my academic account. He's supposed to call me at 10, but he didn't. I'm pissed off. So he's not going to call me during the lunchtime. I told him from 12 to 1 p.m. I would be busy. So I'm really upset with him right now. I'm not talking to him. I have stuff I need to do for school and stuff, but I specifically gave times yesterday when I talked to him. Like, really? You're going to call me now in the middle of the stream when I told you not to call me in the middle of the stream? You're just not right. Shame on you. All right, so let us get back into the gameplay. We're going to get to questions. I'm sure there's quite a lot of questions we got. If I can turn Firefox off. Thank you very much. I'm just waiting for... Oh, we did just... Let's just see here. Get all my payouts. Let me see. I gotta go through real quick and check all the gear. What's in here? Not a damn thing I need there. Not a damn thing I need there. You sons of... And nothing I need from there. I do need those. I'll take 380 of those. Thank you very much. Damn it. I needed those other pieces. Crap! Crap in a basket. I'm trying to get them back. See if there's anything that popped up. Let's look at here real quick. It's these damn binoculars. Nope. Nothing. Nowhere. None. Zero. Zilch. Can't even request them. That's what I hate the most. Oh, God.
I know, dude. That's always been my gripe about those is they don't let you request them. It's infuriating.
All right. We're going to get the questions. I'm just going to start this event, put it on auto. Okay, let me get to questions. Let's look at... I'm going to go to Twitch first. See what's in there. Give me a moment.
There was one question from Neo Venom.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my browser crashed, and it won't let me see freaking chat anymore.
I got it. So Neo Venom _ Zaraki. Question. Reality Skewed Gamers, do you think a one-time account reset would be a good idea? How I think it would work is your player level would stay at 85. You keep all ships and tunes currently unlocked, and you keep your shards or blueprints for any tunes or ships not at 7 stars. The level for all tunes and ships unlocked will be reset to 1. You also get back all gear, currency, and mats used to level tunes and ships. You had used this time resets. Any mods equipped at times that we put in your mod inventory or inbox. I like the idea. I don't think it's feasible for them. Imagine if they had that where you could pay for a total reset, right? Like you're suggesting. Of a nightmare that would be. I don't think that they will ever do that. It's an interesting concept. Could CG pull that off? I don't think so. I just don't think it's feasible, and they would be able to do it. You know.
Yeah.
So,
the only reset I could see them doing is, congratulations, your account is level 1.
Right.
And you have nothing.
Right.
You're back to being a noob.
it'd be cool if they could do something like that, but I don't think it's feasible, and I think it could lead to more headaches for you, the player, because what if it doesn't reset the correct way? Then you got to deal with customer service and too much of a nightmare scenario. If they could pull it off, it'd be cool, but I seriously doubt that it could be done. And there's just too much risk in that. But I don't know why I guess if you have too much fluff GP and there's certain characters and stuff, and you want to reset and redo your characters based off. And I get where you're coming from, where the knowledge you have now from when you were a player, when you first started, right, is different. What to farm, what not to farm, who to focus in on, that kind of thing.
Ooh. Now, what they could do, which probably wouldn't take too much coding, is offer individual character resets.
That could work.
Where you could reset a character to, minimum stars, level 1, gear 1, you get the gear back and the credits for leveling it up or whatnot, but you have to pay crystals to get it done.
Yeah.
And each time you do that, the price in crystals goes up for that one character.
Yeah, I could see that. That'd be maybe a little bit more feasible, so
that actually might me want money on the game, because that would mean I could get rid of all this fluff that I've been battling trying to fix.
Yeah. Fluff is a big deal. We see it all the time, so no, I'm gonna level you. Second, I'm just leveling these mods I just got so I can sell them. I don't like having extra crap in my inventory, so give me a second here. Just roll these, see if I get any speed. Nope. Circles. I don't think it got any circles with speed. Nope, I didn't. Interesting. And then the cross. Let's check. We got 1. Doesn't have speed. We'll roll up to 6. See what we get. Oh, we got speed. Upgraded it fully.
Oh.
That's 5. It's a blue. We'll see what happens. Then we'll sell the rest. Nope. 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 It's offense, but it doesn't have anything. Offense secondary. Crap. So. Alright, got that taken care of. Let me go put some GW on, and then we will start getting to the YouTube questions here. Just a second. And I'm running the car team just because people want to see that team.
It's an awesome team.
What's that?
Karth team is an awesome team.
Yeah, it is.
I've got some videos coming out later on. I've been enjoying Arena. Now that I'm not doing all these mirror matches, I'm loving the fact that Arena has been mixed up. But I'm running a full Sith Empire squad, and I'm now pushing my personal bests with HK and Sith Marauder. I've got a couple of vids coming out. That HK rework is just off the chart.
All right, a lot of questions here, so let's start rocking and rolls.
Real quick, though, I really like the new skin for the stream. I just want to say that. I really like it. It's really cool.
Well, we're always trying to improve. All right, Guzzabuzz, a question. Can I get a shout out for inspiring CG to make all the haunt bonus for the territory war with all my haunt squad question last week? Yes, shout out to Guzzabuzz for the madman that he is, putting all these haunts together, and CG taking that idea and running it. Just claim it for your own, Guzzabuzz. Make sure they give you full benefits from pay and everything. Telaman92 question: with General Kenobi, Anakin, and Ahsoka and Basel reworks coming, how do you think they affect Jedi Knight Revan in Arena? Will they help compete with Darth Revan and Malak, or no chance? Don't know yet. I mean, we saw the I don't know what the reworks for the other 3 characters are going to be, other than they're going to be synergistic, so no comment on that. But
Sean's new ability.
Yeah, what do you think? How do you think that's going to affect the Revan team, especially with Malak coming in and what he can do?
I think that's to give people
fighting
a chance of winning. Yeah. I mean, they did allude, didn't they, in there about rock paper scissors?
Yeah, but it's not going to be a rock paper scissors meta per se. They could it's just not, But they want to have more diversity with the meta, not maybe rock paper scissors as the end goal, but having more diversity with the arena lineups and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see.
It's entirely possible, Anakin Snips might be replacing Jolie and Grandmaster Yoda.
Yeah,
on that
we'll
team.
see.
Depending on how the synergies, because that's what they said, they're going to give synergy between General Kenobi, Snips, and Anakin. So that might make them insanely good under a Revan lead.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
And you got to get Annie to Gear 12 for part of the Jedi challenges as well for the titles, haven't you? So a fair few people will be working on him for that.
All right. What else? Anything? Question: Are you going to Ranger Rant today, or is the ACS listening in still? How's the ankle doing? I don't know if they're listening, so I went off in Discord, so that's all that really matters.
Funny.
Oh my god. But yeah, I got said my piece about it. No Ranger Rant outside of that. So keeping it clean. I promised I would. And the ankle's doing fine. I took a bunch of pain stuff last night. Was finally able to get a good night's sleep. I've lost the ankle. It's somewhat functional now. I am walking normally again. Little pain is. I'm always going to have pain in that ankle just from all the damage and wear and tear that I've done to it. But Dr. Friend said I need to lose more weight. I'm going to lose more weight to alleviate the pressure because I'm starting to get pain in my knee. Again, just wear and tear, the damage I've done over the years from my military service, but it's getting better. I'm icing it and I'm heating it and doing stuff. So yeah, it's getting better. Thank you for asking. What else?
It sucks getting old, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It really does.
But yeah, when I saw Ranger this morning, I was like, "Oh, dude, you don't look as pale as you normally are." Right?
Yeah. I have the blood all going to my head because my damn legs elevated all the time. Tila 92 question: with the new Geo territory battle, what characters do you think will be linked to the map? I'm really hoping for robot legs Maul. That could be a possibility. It would be really cool to get a new version of Maul. I know Finn wants midriff Padme. It is the Battle Geonosis. Wouldn't shock me if we get midriff Padme. Some of the... I think the faction, the Separatists, and the clones, we've already seen it with the Anakin, Kenobi, Ahsoka. I think we're going to get more clones. We're going to get more reworks on the clones. Yeah, I think they're going to rework a lot of these characters.
Shakti, Calamundi.
It'll be cool. They're going to have to increase the Separatists characters as well, so it'll be interesting to see which route they go there. But I'm excited to see which way it goes. Kipper Snack question: is Ranger fasting so he can get Malak? No, I'm fasting because I got to lose some weight. I've already got Malak squared away. That I should be able to get him. I still need to get some gear on some of the characters to make it somewhat easier. So I'm not sitting here tomorrow for 6 hours streaming for you guys. I mean, I know you love it, but that really sucks to do, man. I'd rather just get it done. We'll talk about the character. We'll unlock him. We'll see what it's going to take, what his gear looks like, things of that nature. Look at his kit. Instead of me spending 6 hours trying to unlock the damn thing. Revenator Ranger Rant. I did that last night in the Discord. I went bananas. So couldn't do it yesterday during the stream. We had ACS watching, and they were restreaming us stuff. So I can't do that there. But from now on, I think the Discord is where I'm going to go in there and say about 900 cuss words, and I did.
Yeah, you did.
Proper catch question, not a question. Did Finn call it or what? Sort of. That we'd have to use both Revens to some extent to unlock Malak. Yeah, Finn. I mean, for the most part, we can kind of guess pretty closely what they're going to do. We're not 100% accurate, but we're pretty close. So he was right about that. We were right about the territory battle coming that was going to be Geonosis. It just made sense. The reason I had said that so long ago is because I was seeing EA owns both Galaxy Heroes and Battlefront, right? And there's a lot of interplay between when the characters come into those games and what's been happening between Battlefront and Galaxy Heroes. And I know Clone Wars is getting ready to do their lost season, right? It just made sense that they're working in cohesion or unison to have some of the same material coming out. So we got new Geonosis maps and battles and characters in Battlefront, and lo and behold, new territory map Geonosis with probably a lot of the cool stuff that you'll see in there as well.
Dude, imagine if the rework of Anakin made him on par with Battlefront 2 Anakin.
God, I hope not, because he is OP and broke as hell, man. I don't know how many hero streaks I've had ended where I'm like running with boss, like, let's hunt, I'm dead. Man, you know, just it's his kit that's OP, because the only villains that stand a chance against him are two villains you cannot use in that new Geonosis map, because he pulls you in. He does heroic might, then he kills you just instantly. You can't stop it. You can't do anything. Now in Heroes versus Villains or the regular maps, like the regular Geonosis map, you can be Vader or Kylo Ren. They can stand toe to toe with Anakin, but the other characters, blaster characters, have no chance against Anakin. It's ridiculous. Hellenix question: Who wants to adopt me? Hellenix needs a Darth Malak. Willing to do anything for cash, and I mean anything. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Say no more. Nudge, nudge. So shameless self-deprecation. Well, start a YouTube stream. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Pimp yourself that way. I don't know. I have to tell you, I was expecting that last night. So, Blackbeard Premium question: Where's my old man Luke? 2021. We haven't got Jedi Luke from Return of the Jedi, so we're not getting Old Man Luke before then. Tilo Mad 92 question: Will CG be showing their willingness? I'm sorry. With CG showing their willingness to go into Legends, and because their focus will we ever get Dirge or Quinlan Voss, even though he's canon as well. Well, Quinlan Voss is canon. He's in the books. So it'd be cool to get Quinlan Voss. He is a very interesting character. Yeah, you know, I mean, don't want to spoil anything for anybody. Read the book with Tim and Asajj. Phenomenal read. Great read. But yeah, I would love to see a Quinlan Voss in this game. That would be pretty badass. Sumit Singh question: Where's the Falcon? I don't know. I guess the event's supposed to be today.
What the hell's an aluminum Falcon?
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's coming tonight. They'll start the event. I don't know what the hell's going on. Shiken question. Well, more of a statement. The reason that they did this with Malak is because Ranger and others were prepared for Darth Revan and they need their monies. Pretty much. It's not, you know, people keep saying Krakens and Wells. They already have these characters done, guys. It's those mid-tier Dolphins, mid-tier players that got Darth Revan. They had all the crystals. They got him free to play. They've been using all the resources to not only unlock Darth Revan, but to get those gear pieces you need for 8-9, and then getting, you know, the investment for Zetas and gear for Fallen Basila and HK-47. This is basically to try to push them to the edge where it's like, you're right there. Do you want to spend some money to get Malak? And, you know, I mean, that's what it's for.
I also think it's a kind of a combination of that, and they wanted to give people that were prepared a bit of exclusivity to it, you know, because with this, I was with Van Seal the other day about it. He pointed out that
you're breaking up, man, again.
Dang it!
Check your mic, man. You're going in and out. Hold that thought. Now they go right for Kenobi again. Stop attacking Kenobi. Jedi Master Dasha graces us with her presence.
She's better.
Yeah, what were you saying now about Vincil?
I was talking with him last night, and he pointed out something interesting. That this event is more of a, you know, congratulations to the people that are prepared for it. You know, giving them a little bit of exclusivity before, you know, the flood of them.
Yeah.
Comes around.
I could see that. There's a lot of different opinions, and I respect them all. So what does JMA have to say? She says, with these awesome Jedi reworks incoming, how's your Jedi looking? Gear 12 Ahsoka, Jedi Knight Anakin, and General Kenobi yet? Be sure to gear up Heath Kaw too, as he may get a rework soon enough and be the most OP Jedi ever. Well, let's for Jedi Master Dasha, let's just look at my Jedi and see how they're doing. Shall we? Let's just look. Because I hate Jedi. But I have worked on them hard because they're really good characters. So you see my Johanny I'm working on. See, Barris has got the Zeta. She's 11. Kenobi's 12. Old Ben's 12. Anakin's 11. Where's my Ahsoka? She is, I believe, 10. Yeah, she's gear 10. I just never did anything past that because just for her ship, so I haven't really done anything. So most of them are 10, 11. These ones on the bottom I just despise. Eth Koth being one of them. Ayla I do need to work on, but they're in a pretty damn good spot. Qui-Gon's 11, Ezra's 11, Mace is 11, Imagundi's 11, Luminara's... Good gosh, 11 can go to 12? She's 10, okay. So they're in a pretty good spot. So yeah, they're not too far off. There you go. I made Jedi Master Dash this day.
I mean, I get a feeling, the three Jedi are not the only Jedi that are going to end up
I'd
getting
love
reworked.
him to fix Mace. Give him Vapad for the... God bless America, man. What, I mean, how hard is that to make him a badass against... Ugh.
I mean, either they're going to rework Mace or give us General Mace.
Do something, man.
One
they
in
need to
armor,
do something. I'm sick
like
of him. I'm sick of him sucking. He's one of the most badass Jedi ever. He needs to not suck. I'm not a biggest Jedi fan, but I respect characters, and he's a character that needs to be... he had the Shatter ability. I mean, for Shatter. Come on. Kyrell, question. Grande in the panel, do you think the new territory map is a sign we will get the last pieces to go to Gear 13? I do not. I don't think Gear 13 is coming to the end of the year next year. I don't even think Gear 13 is happening before we get a level increase. We may get a level increase before then, which it's overdue. It's been a long time since we had a level increase with the characters, so I wouldn't be surprised between now and then, probably later toward as we get closer to episode 9, that we get a level increase. Mark my words for it. I don't think we'll get any kind of gear increase until next year, is my guess. Remember, 5-year plan,
That's
guys.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's a 5-year plan. My next question: what will you do if Jedi Reworks makes Eth Koth the best Jedi character? Ignore him on principle that he's ugly, or bite the bullet and max him? I don't have any... the only reason I don't use Eth Koth now is I don't have any animosity toward the character. I think he's a cool character from the Clone Wars and stuff like that. He's a god-awful character. I just don't use him. Now, if they rework him and he becomes cool, absolutely. I mean, you'd be dumb not to use him in your lineup. But the reason, like, some of these characters that I don't use and don't touch is because they just suck. It's that simple. They are just awful characters. Their kits are awful, and I'm not going to waste gear, time, energy, zetas on a character that has no functionality and is just garbage, in my opinion. Especially when they're putting so much pressure on us with all these other teams that I know are really effective. That's where my focus is.
Why spend gear on a character that you will never use? I mean, because their kit just is so bad.
Yeah.
Why would you use that gear on that character when you need to gear up like Darth Revan or these characters from Malak or Malak himself? Why would you give that's not logical.
As Buck would say. Did we lose everybody else? I guess Grande had kid duty, and Mike is Darren will swear daughter. I guess just you and me. They're Grim. The Grim and Ranger Show, brought to you by Snacky Smalls. Snacky Smalls. When you need to go to war with Canada, buy Snacky Smalls. Strong question. Maybe Sherrod Het will show up and make Tusken meta. Oh, that's interesting. He's a Jedi, though.
Ooh.
And he's a dual-wielding Jedi. I would love to see that. That's another great character that they could do, because he is a Tusken. If they did that, that would seriously make me consider using the Tuskens, man. Great call on that character. I forgot about him.
Wherever Urza is, he made a little mess when somebody mentioned that.
It's getting problematic. I love me, Urza. He's such a trip, man. He's such a good guy. I mean, getting to know as I have, he's just a really good. The people that I tend to hang out with they're just good, decent human beings. They're funny as hell, but they're just solid people that you just, you can respect just for their nature. Revenator, the Revenator question. Now that the Millennium Falcon has supposed to come out for the second time, what do you think the next fleet meta will be for next month, based on the new meta a month after the second release? I don't think it's changing. MILF. Now, one thing that I will caveat is there's some rumors about with Malak that his capital ship's coming in. That could be a game changer. So we'll have to wait and see. But if that's not the case, then it's just going to be MILF, MILF, and more MILF. Sorry, it's 90% plus of the meta. It ain't changing anytime soon until they put some uniquely diverse badass ships into the game. Mind Trick's question: how difficult do we expect this territory battle to be scaled? Top guilds by cheap, you can complete maybe 75% of the max stars right off. That's typically how it works. You're going to see I would say the top 5% of guilds. Your MC1, your TI guilds, your Wolfpack, guilds of that nature, probably knock it out first chance, if not get most of the stars. I don't know what the GP requirement is going to be. I don't know how they're going to scale it. With all these introductions of new characters, it's going to be scaled really high, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It will probably be tougher than the dark side.
Yeah, it'll be tougher, but I mean, if you've got the characters, I don't care how tough you make it. If people at that level, they have everything. You're not surprising them with anything. The only thing you can do is just introduce new characters that they have to get to try and beat some of the special events, things of that nature. But maybe CG's going to throw them a curveball. They want to be challenged, by the way. They don't like being able just to go in there and one-shot something the first time. They really don't. If you can challenge them, then you're doing something good, because they've got everything. When you go to TI's rosters, or you go to people in like T-Money's roster or MC1, and you look at their roster, it's like, my dear God in heaven, what have I found here? It's like, oh my God. So,
I can tell you right now, there's a very high chance that for the special missions for this new upcoming territory wars on Geonosis, you're going to need General Grievous and his droids.
Yeah.
You're going to need the clones.
Yeah.
And that quite possibly Geonosians.
Yeah. So we got some, but I'll work on that after I get my ships for MILF. I can throw them in, some of those characters, start farming them, but I'm finishing Spirit first. I want my sister team to have that. So,
that's a good choice.
Yeah, she's 6, and she's 6 stars plus. I'm all the way to 7. So I'm
such a good underrated character, really.
Yeah, I've seen her in action, and I'm convinced. And the research I've done, I'm going in on her. Guns a Buzz, a question: is the whale fishing tournament by CG an end game play for the app? Like one last play for cash before the game fades? No, this game is doing phenomenally well. Don't believe the rumors, guys. This company, I think last year, from what I was able to sort of know, this is not I don't know if the hub. I made $170 million as a mobile app game. Get the hell out of here. This game is doing fine.
It's still one of the top 10.
It's in the top 3. I mean, you look
grossing games on the market.
It's ridiculous how much money this game generates. They're not going to get rid of the cash cow unless everybody stops playing and everybody stops paying. But as long as there's players, and they're getting new players in all the time. They're getting refreshed. For all the people that we've lost recently, there's a bunch of new players that are discovering the game and are playing it. So the cycle continues. Because we know we've done roster reviews. Like, when did you start recently? Oh wow, okay. Grande Verga. Question: is Mike Hunt a Pillox for leveling up the Emperor shuttle? He's not here. Can't ask you.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
That ship actually isn't that bad when you think about it. It's just not that good either.
Yeah. Christina Benson, that's a new name I haven't seen before. Welcome to the show, Christina. Question: is there any news about the Falcon event? None. I check the forums all the time, and there's been no announcement. It doesn't mean that it won't come later tonight, or reset or something. I don't know if it's. It was supposed to launch today. There's no news. It could come this afternoon. They do an update. Maybe they
hold on. Stop the presses.
Oh wait, do we have breaking news?
Fly of the Falcon starting April 12th.
So tomorrow. Okay.
As due to a scheduling conflict, the Fly of the Falcon event has been delayed by 1 day.
All right.
The event will now begin on the 12th.
There you go.
So.
Science.
Yeah, he posted that 1 minute ago.
Okay, so there you go. And I don't want you. I don't want you. Bump, 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 bump. There we go. That's not the team I wanted to run. Get out of here. Second, I just want to do something GW real quick. Take you off, and let's run Scion. No, not Jolie. There you go. Get in there, Darth Revan, and go whip some ass in GW. It's not hard. I don't care who you kill. All right. Nathaniel Moore question. Do you think we'll get Geonosian's Queen? If so, how? That's a good call. I don't know.
That could be one of the event rewards. You know, the
Could
special mission reward characters like IPD and Rolo are.
Yep. It has been delayed. Just seeing if there's any questions in Twitch. No? Okay. Don't want to forget about you guys in Twitch. Appreciate all you guys watching us. If you haven't followed us on Twitch, please stop what you're doing and follow us on Twitch. We very much appreciate it. You can go there anytime and follow us there. My boy Andrew Sweeney, Yuseth, question: in GA, is Kartheen better on offense or defense? Defense, totally defense. It's a really wonderful team to put on defense. They just synergize so well together. Every attack they're getting health and protection. It's a badass team. So definitely defense in GA and TW. Zombie 7469 Texas. All right. Question: I just got Trey unlocked. Congratulations. My Sith are low gear and stars. Should I focus on them or should I be farming for Darth Revan and that team? Both. Honestly, if you're working for Darth Revan, finish your Darth Revan farm. If you just unlocked your Trey, she's 5 stars. She's really good. The two characters you really want with her is Trey and Scion. You didn't tell me where they're at, but because if I look at Juhani is Karth is ships, so the energy. Canderous is Cantina, and I think Juhani is the hard node, right?
Yeah, Juhani and Fallen Bastila
are hard nodes. So, but if you want to incorporate like Scion and Nihilus into there, you can. You just got to kind of figure out your plan of action. Especially when they're switching from 8 back to 5. What I used to do back in the day is I was working on First Order and Night Sister at the same time. So I was working on the Cantina farm for crew, working on the hard node for First Order Stormtrooper, then working on the hard node for one of the Night Sister things, Zombie. And then when I got done with the Cantina for crew, then I switched over to one of the Night Sisters, I believe. You just have to diversify a little bit with your farming. That's all. Matt Bailey question: under in Django Lee, when the other bounty hunters get bounty hunters resolve, when they die and lose it, if they kill another character, do they get it back? I do not know. That's a good question. I think that bounty hunters resolve.
The one that Django gives everybody, or
yeah, when they die and lose it. Oh, we just got a follower on Twitch. Veraxis, thank you for following us. I don't know.
No, they don't get it back.
They have to kill something to get it back, right?
Not under Django. That's the. I have to double check. But for Django, that is on the leadership payout thing, if I remember correctly. I'll pull them up on GOH here real quick, because it'll say on there. No, they do not. Only, I think. Yeah, they don't.
Okay, there you go. Camille Buhalski, question: where are the boundaries of CG's greed, and when will people seriously start to switch to other games because of these politics? I mean, 17,005 GP right after a huge Darth Revan ripoff. It's ridiculous. See, that's the thing. I don't mind the event being hard at all. I really don't. I think that's one of the things that's turning people off is the 17.5 and then the short notice to get their characters to 17.5. The one thing I did notice from a lot of people, talked with them last night and other places, is that The two characters that are really getting them, it's not so much the Darth Revan squad, because a lot of them had them gear 11 to try to beat the event, things of that nature. It's Mission in Zalbar. Because you didn't need a high mission in Zalbar back in the day to get Jedi Knight Revan. So a lot of people have them at gear 8. That's the one that's really throwing them off. Now, they're not the most difficult farm to get for gear, but those are the two characters that are really throwing people for a complete loop. I just lucked into it that I wanted those characters done because I wanted the Kira Stall team at the time. So I worked on those guys to get Zetas in gear 12. But yeah, it's a blatant thing, but it's something they keep doing.
It's also because there were people completing the Darth Revan event with a level 1 gear 1,
Well, sure.
And Juhani, they don't want people limping in with stuff for this one.
Yeah. Rage Quit 2019 just followed us on Twitch. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the follow.
Absolutely. All right, next question. I have to update it. Sword of the Jedi. What's up, pimp? Question: has anyone had the thought that characters at 17.5 will not be strong enough? It says that this is the minimum to enter. Example: 7-star bounty hunters were not enough alone. No, you're gonna need a lot, and I'm not too worried about what I got in the inbox.
Well, it's entirely possible that you might be able to beat it with 17.5s.
Yeah, 17.5.
But
on the
don't be disappointed or mad if you need something higher than that.
Yeah, my characters in general are way past that mark. The only one I didn't have was Canderous. But like Darth Revan, HKE, you see my Basila. I mean, you can see that they're good. Now Karth is 18,000 something, but only gear 11. But that's because he's got his Zeta, which is a pretty badass Zeta. I'm not too worried about him, or even if he dies during an event, because I've got Revan, HK, Basila Shan, and Canderous. They're all ready to rock and roll. I am going to try to gear him to higher, but that's the minimum. But people beat the minimum before. It may take you longer. It may require more RNG. I don't know. I haven't seen the event. I don't know how difficult it's going to be. If I can't beat it with all, like the light side, I'm really good. They have their Zetas and everything on them. But the dark side, I don't know what's going to happen, because with HK and Basel, I hope to have gear 12, with extra pieces, and they got their Zetas and all that stuff. Kartha has his Zeta. I might be able to get Cander's Zeta on him. It's really nice, but yeah. Brad Zob is following us on Twitch. Thank you, Brad Zob.
No, thank you for the follow. I just think be prepared to use your arena mods to try to get Malak.
Yeah, may not need to use arena mods. I may have to switch. We can see I've already got a lot of good mods on Revan and these characters already. I'm already 6E in those mods because they're really nice. So we'll see. If I have to switch arena mods on a couple characters, I will. I want to get Malak, and then I can go back and switch them back. So
yeah, I mean, it won't be the first event that has needed you to switch over your.
But my arena mods are already on my Jedi Knight teams.
Over,
my Jedi Knight Revan, my Grandmaster Yoda. You can see the 6E. Even Mission and Zalbar have 5A mods. So they're really good. So I'm not too worried about having to do that. It's just how hard is the event. So we'll see.
Let's see here real quick before you continue here. Kale Myers is one of our Twitch viewers that came over to watch the YouTube.
Hey, thank you very much.
He's didn't know that our YouTube had so many viewers on it.
Oh, this is just our live
stream. He thought that there was only like 330 people watching. So
yeah,
welcome to the.
We stream live on YouTube and Twitch, my friend. We're on both. So. Let's see here. Next question. And if you have questions, everybody in Twitch, and all you need to do is put your question in Twitch chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement, and we'll scoop it up and read it for you. Absolutely, that's what we're here for. All right, next question. Philippe Minacucci. Question. Minacucci. Question for Grande. He's not here, but I'll just see if I can answer this for you. I started to run Darth Revan on my arena today. What's the overall comp to beat mirror matches, and what is the speed order for Darth Revan, Basila, and HK? Well, you want your Basila as fast as you can make her. So same as your Darth Revan. HK is more about his hitting. I went straight offense and damage with him. And you want your Bass to also have survivability. You want her 40,000 plus. Really hard to do until you get to gear 12. You'd see it's possible, but you can't put 60 mods on and stuff there. So, another follower, Jedi Master Dooku, is now following us. Thank you very much for that on Twitch. So, kind of, and I can't do anything with my Basta, so I can't show it. I can't switch mods yet. You can see she's nowhere near where she needs to be because I haven't got her to gear 12, and I can't put my better mods on her. So, I am working on the other characters. I've already started with HK. You can see it's just, I put an offensive set on there, made him survivable. But Darth Revan is just speed, and I'll switch his mods out here soon. But even with the mods that I have, I'm still doing very well in Arena. Ever since I switched, I don't drop hardly at all. So, and in mirror matches, it just comes down to your mod speed. But even then, the AI does stupid stuff sometimes with the team where you're like, really? Okay, I win. So, but yeah. All right. But yeah, definitely Revan. Definitely as fast as you get with Bass as you can, then HK, and that order's where I go. And Bass, you want a lot of survivability. The AI on Jedi Knight Revan teams will card her a lot. And if she can survive that initial hit, it's over. You win. And there's nothing that you're going to wipe the floor with the Jedi Knight Revan teams. Even when I've lost Bastila, I've still won. So, but if you can make her more survivable, then yeah. Leonardo D. McCallaghan. Question: looking like Gears and Malak is a payoff for the Darth Revan meta. Is this worse compared to the Jedi Never paywall back when Jedi Never was first released? I don't know yet because I haven't seen Malak's full kit. I don't know how it's going to play. I think this is worse in the sense that it's 2 days notice. Jedi Revan was at least 10 days right after the Chewie event. Oh yeah, another follower. Chaos Zach. There you go. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. I don't know if this is. I mean, you can compare all of them. Thrawn. This. Jedi Knight Revan. I think it's varying degrees of what is. I mean, this is the craziest I've ever seen it. I got to say, this event blows the Jedi Knight Revan one out of the water. I mean, at least you had a little bit more time before Jedi Knight Revan came to make more of a consumer choice about it. This 2 days, less than 48 hours. Was it 29 hours we had from notice to when it's going to come out on Friday because it's supposed to release at midnight tonight? That's Thrawn stuff, and I went ballistic with Thrawn stuff. But at least we have the characters this time. Actually, I think the Thrawn, now that I think about it, the Thrawn one was the stupidest thing that I've seen because Thrawn came out, the characters weren't even able to be farmed. Then they announced it 2 days ahead of time, and then they made the characters release so you can farm them. Yeah. At least you got a fighting chance somewhat with this. Yeah, that Thrawn thing was pretty blatantly just.
Well, I don't know.
That was pretty jacked up.
This one's. I think Jedi Knight Revan was the bigger paywall because they did give you a little bit longer time to farm, but people spent a lot of money on that right there. Yeah. This one, even if you spend money, you might still not get it. Because you'll be missing a character or you're missing that one piece of gear that you can't buy from the shipments, because you already bought it. This is going to be one event where you're either going to get it or you're not.
Yeah.
And it's going to suck for the people that didn't.
I mean, it's an end game thing. I mean, if you're a newer player, this is something down the road for you. It's certain percent of the population. And I read the forums and Reddit. I try to take those with a grain of salt, as Grundy says, because more of the minority speaks their mind about the stuff. But there are people on there that I value their opinion on that I'll read and see what they have to say. And it's a little bit all over the board. Some people have different viewpoints on it. One thing is be respectful. Some people hate this. They think it's garbage. Some people are ambivalent. They just don't really care. Some people just like shell shocked or just like it's the same thing they always do. I don't get upset about it. Alchi has a pretty good attitude about it. I get upset more for the community when they do stuff like this. Someone's got to be that voice of outrage. I just can't use potty language because we have charities watching us now and stuff. It's like, no. I'll keep it clean. I promise Tits and Finn that I would keep it clean. All right, more questions, man. They're coming in. If you guys have questions on Twitch, make sure you put question in front of your statement if you have it, because if you don't, I'm not going to catch your question. Sorry, that's just the way it works. I can't scoop it all up. Think IRL question. Celebration is only once every 2 years, not every year. So if you guys want to make a trip to Celebration, it won't be till 2021. Well, it's something to aim for then. Think IRL. We're going to get all the skewers together, and we're going to go in there and take over damn Celebration. I'm going to go right up to Star Wars HQ and be like, listen. I'm Ranger J 1999, and these are the skewers you better recognize. And then they'll probably strike me violently, and I'll be taken out by security after a rumble. Tealaman 92 question. Ranger, have you read the Vader comic where he faces Eth Koth? I do not believe I have. I've read so much information that canon kind of is mushy in my brain. I've read so much material. I don't remember reading that. Was that in the new Vader comic series, or was that the Dark Horse one back in the day? Love, you could.
Which one?
Vader comic. Is that something that recently came out? I don't remember reading that, but I am behind on my reading. I got Grim looking that up for me. Okay, let me check Twitch. Lots of questions. I love it. Keep them coming in. This is what we're here for, guys. No questions in Twitch, but shout out to everybody in Twitch that's watching us. Very much appreciated. The American Cancer Society said, yo, what's up? Hey, the ACS in the house. Thank you for being there. All right, back to questions from YouTube.
Okay, it was in Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith, number 18, Bad Ground.
I have not read that one. I'll have to go back and check that out.
In Dark Lord of the Sith, 19 and 20, Fortress of Vader, Part 1 and Part 2.
I'll have to check that out.
In the 2018 canon
Don't
comic
tell me anything. I'll go read the thing. Don't give me the synopsis. I want to read it. Damn it, Grim. Thank you. But don't spoil it for me. All right, next question from Josue Garcia. Hey, haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Question, y'all think Malak will have 6 abilities and 3 Zetas? Yeah, I think he's going to. Not only that, someone mentioned the new gear pieces for 8-9. I think that's going to happen. The farming out of the Guild event store is going to suck. So I think he's going to be extremely viable at 5 stars, gear 11. But yeah, I think he's going to have a ton of Zetas and stuff like that. So I'm saving my Zeta. Hopefully I don't have to use it for this event, but we'll see.
Stu is in the chat on YouTube. Stu is in the chat on YouTube.
Stu? Oh my god. No, it can't be. The one and only Stu guy. Stu's in the chat. Oh my god. Stu's like, yeah, we definitely, Stu, man. We'll definitely get, we'll all get together. I'd love to have you there, Stu. My man, Stu. I'll rock out with my bass guitar. I don't have one, but if you have one lying around, I'll play it with you. But we'll play some, we'll jam out, man. It's Stu, the one and only, the original RSG member. He's back better than ever. But yeah, I'd love to have you out there, Stu. I wish you could have been there for the ACS stuff, man. It was really neat. You would have loved it, man. We gave a ton of year bracelets out to a ton of people. Those who don't know, the reason we did what we did is for our boy Stu, and he's recovering from his bout of cancer, and I'm glad he's kicking ass and taking names like he always does, and I want you to stay healthy, my friends. Yep. Oh, he does have a base.
He is the Stu from
GameOn.com. Oh my god, I'll have to play with you. Or sing. I'll sing. If you want to play, we'll do some singing and playing too.
Oh man, that'll be awesome.
Yep. Revenator. Question, will Ranger be streaming Unlocking Darth Malak tonight before the Tactical Monster stream? Follow-up question, will Ranger be able to finish the event before the Tactical Monster stream? No, because I don't think it's coming out before the Tactical Monster stream tonight. And will Ranger... I don't know if I can knock it out in an hour because that's usually how long the Tactical Monster stream. So I'm going to say no and no. Dr. Feelgood question: will Grande's chair be taking any questions? And if so, what's life like without Grande all over you? It's pretty amazing not having Grande all over. It's just, listen, there's only so much Grande I can take. I love him. It's like a brother. Oh, there's only so much Grande in a day you can take. Guzza Buzza question: is there any way that it is only going to be one sidekick to each Revenant for the event? It could read both ways, but it may have been confirmed full squads. I'm going to say it's a full squad thing, or maybe mix and match. I don't know. It just says you need 4 out of the 5 at 17.5 or above. My sense of this, Guzza, is that it's going to be squad. But then again, I haven't seen the event, so I don't know. I'll be streaming it tomorrow or whenever it comes out. So that there's that. Let me see if there's more questions coming in.
Hey, hey.
I heard somebody say, hey, hey.
It's Shadow.
Shadow, what's going on, buddy?
Just getting back from a meeting. Sorry.
What's going on? How are things in the cleaning world, my friend?
Living the dream.
Yeah, I do indeed. What are your thoughts about the old Malak gut punch?
I mean, it doesn't really bother me.
I know it does. A lot of people it doesn't bother.
I took Ordo this morning to 12, and he's still under. He's like 17,472 or something.
Yeah, I had to take him. I had to put a Gear 12 piece on to take him to 17,652, and that's with 5A mods.
I think I'm gonna put 160 mod. That should take him over.
Yeah, that'll do it. Or I put the piece that was one I had. It was the 6,000 health one. I'm like, yeah, that'd be nice on him. So I've got it.
But it's kind of funny because I was rereading the whole post again.
Sure.
And it seems like you don't need the whole team. Like you just need to me it sounds like just one. I don't know if I'm reading that wrong or.
Well, you have to do it for both sides. You have the light side and the dark side, right? And you just need 4 out of those 5 characters to be at that level to compete on both sides.
Okay. Well, they're on for 12 anyway, so.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's going to be a montage moment, I think, tomorrow.
6 hours later.
Yeah.
Ranger has a bloody forehead and his keyboard is broken.
Finn died hours ago. We ate him. Oh my god. Oh, nice to see you.
I think when I was watching your Chewy stream. That's why I was like, okay, let me send you something so you can get bossed.
Yeah. People enjoyed it though. I tried everything to try to get that. Jesus. I mean, God in heaven. But yeah, it's 4 out of 5. You have to do both sides event. They have to be 17.5. And that's the way I understand it. So, I don't perceive it being any other difference. So, we'll see. All right. Any other questions? Let me look. Final call. There are a couple more. There are more questions. Hermit Fulgrim question: has Harry Carey found any new products endorsed recently? No, not yet, but you never know with old Harry Carey. He'll come up with something. Question, not really a question, but look at my tweet to y'all. Who's getting one? I don't have the Twitter open right now, so I can't look at it. I'm sure it's fantastic. I can't. I got too many windows open right now, but I'll go back and look at that Clone Troop 211. Keep me honest on that. Message me in Discord. TLMad92 question: is there a new comic right after Order 66 kills Koth and takes his child? Oh, I didn't know that. I'll have to go back and read that. I'm so behind on a lot of my stuff, man. The charity took up so much time, but it was worth it. I'll catch up. Helix, I have 2 $10 iTunes cards. I want to give those to someone who is super close to Darth Malak, but just needs like 1 extra gear piece. Can I donate them to RSG? I'm on Android, so send that to Finn. We'll set it up for tomorrow. If you want to do that, Helix, get with Dr. Finn. He'll be running the event with me tomorrow, and we can maybe do that. Give somebody out there in TV land a fighting chance. So I think that is it for the questions. I'm going to check Twitch one more time. See if
I
there's
think we're good.
I think we're good. We got through all the questions. A lot of questions. I knew we were. There's so much stuff going on, guys, and I get it. There's so much happening. The Bastille Sean change, light side, the hard note change. Now the Malak event. We got the road ahead stuff. I mean, Shadow, are you excited about the road ahead?
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was nice. That was super.
It's funny because I was actually watching one of the old Clone Wars episodes, and it's like I wish they would do something where, because Bear Sophie was the apprentice to
she was a baddie.
Luminara.
Turned out to be a baddie.
So, I wish they would do like a whole apprentice master type of relationship.
That would be cool.
Wigs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It would be cool, like to bring some kind of viability back to at least Jedi.
Well, that's probably going to end up happening to Anakin and Snips. That would be really cool.
Stu's
I'm sure Kenobi's going to have a part in that also.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Let's see. Stu, are you guys streaming on Twitch at the same time? We sure are now. Oh, wait. We got a follower, but FZN _ Justice Smog is now following us on Twitch. Thank you very much. Thank Kyrell. Question: can you fire Sanely Red? He hasn't streamed Smash Bros. In a long time. Well, he's been a little bit busy with this charity we just did, for the American Cancer Society. So not only were we doing all the streams, working out, getting ready for the trip, so he'll probably be back Monday. We'll get him back doing his thing. He also is really busy with school, so he's in the thick of it. So we'll try to get old Sanely back here as soon as we can.
Yeah, I was gonna say that name sounds familiar, and then I remembered that's Stu's.
Oh, that's
Twitch.
Right.
Justice Smog.
But people have been asking me to look at my roster and what I've been working on. I'm working on gearing. So these characters here are my focus, but these are gear focuses other than Night Sister Zombie. She's the one character I'm farming. I am farming Jango Fett's node, but I'm trying to finish Houndstooth. I think I'm 70 or 71 out of... Where am I at? Yeah, 71 out of 100. So I'm still doing his node for the Houndstooth. I'm going to get to him 7 stars. But... I was going down the line just farming gear for these guys. Now I'm just, it's all gear for these. This is all gear. The main thing I'm focusing on is ships. I'm not getting the MILF, unless there's some kind of pack that comes out. It's just Xanadu 22 out of 65. IG is just 21 out of 30. My priority was Darth Revan and so I just recently switched to ships to get them. I didn't know when the MILF was coming, and then when I did, I'm not going to be able to get it. So it's all good. I'll try my best, guys, but I don't think I'm going to get MILF this time. It's just not in the cards. So that's an update of where I'm at for characters and stuff like that. The Rev team's come together nicely. You can see I'm already using him in the squad arena, and he's not even got my best mods on there, and I'm kicking ass. So, I'll get my Crystal Pea out there. Ships I'm not really concerned about. I just do my battles a couple at a time, stay in the top 50, and that's about it. 50 extra crystals, that's a refresh. That's all I care about. So that's it. So that's our stream for today. Thank you guys. Jeff S., are you playing this on your computer? Yes, I am. Jeff, I use an emulator. I use BlueStacks, and that's what we use to stream this. So, there you go. And if you'd like to, it's really good. There's a $60 pack for both. I don't see that pack. Yeah. If it's in the store, it ain't in the store yet. So if it comes, I'll look. Zyla, how do you make BlueStacks not run like crap? I don't know what to tell you, Zyla. Check your system. I mean...
Yeah, don't run it on a toaster. Yeah. There you go.
I don't know. I mean, I'm running BlueStacks, and I'm streaming, and dual streaming, and doing everything else. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, the new version of BlueStacks is...
It's really nice, and they've worked with us to... they love what we do, and I mention them as much as I can. We're maybe thinking of doing something with them, but... possibility, but we'll let you know about that. But yeah, blue stacks. Ranger, are you getting Malak? I am going to get Malak. Stu, I will be running the event tomorrow. He's not in the game yet. I've been looking. He's not there. So I will be getting Darth Malak. So you can see the characters we go through. Stu, you need the Jedi. You need the Old Republic characters. So you need Revan, Jolee. Who's the other one? Jolee, Mission Zalbar, Basila, Jolee, Mission Zalbar. You can see mine are all ready to rock and roll. And then for the other ones, it's Karth, Canderous, Juhani,
and Fallen
and HK-47. So those characters, and I'm already those characters are already high gear. The only one I'm not dealing with is T3. Absolutely not. He's Gear 7, and he will stay Gear 7. Yeah,
until you get the Ebon Hawk.
Yeah, then I'll do something. But my goal right now is just to get in my roster for the event tomorrow. I'm going to try to get Basila done and some stuff done on Karth. I'm fine on the light side. I want to get her up, but you can see I've got the Zetas already on those characters. So it's just a matter of getting some gear on them to make them more survivable. So, yep, you need both Revens, too. You need both Revens in those characters. So, so we're going to end it there. Yeah, I don't use Mimu anymore. Coulter, it's definitely BlueStacks. It's a much stable platform. Doesn't pull as much bandwidth. So, they are building the paywall. So join us on our Discord, guys. If you have questions, you can message us directly or just come out and hang out on our community. Make sure you stop what you're doing. Give us a thumbs up on the video. Follow us on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube. We do a lot of live streaming. If you want to know when you're doing that, then best way to know is to be subscribed or follow us on Twitch when we're doing our live stream. So that's the best way to know about it. Check out our Patreon if you like the content and want to support us. There's a couple ways. We have our Patreon sponsors. So we got lots of cool stuff for our Patreons that we do for them. If you'd like to become a Patreon sponsor, $5 and up, you can come join our Patreon page and become a Patreon member. You can become a YouTube sponsor. We have that as well. And then you can do your stuff on Twitch. And if you want to skip all that, we have it set up for the channel. People ask on the YouTube homepage. There's support our channel. You just go there. You give money directly. All the money and proceeds we get go toward the game, better equipment, better streaming. That's all it goes for. One day it'll be hookers and blow, but we ain't close yet. So that's what we use it for. We invested all back into the streaming. Yeah. So. Yeah. So on behalf of myself, Mr. Shadowvel, Grande, Mike, who was on, of course, Grim the Mechanic, thank you guys for stopping in today. We very much appreciate it. And stay tuned for our next stream, which will probably be tomorrow. We're going to have some streams going on, a lot of streams going on. So stay tuned for that. And we will holler at you good folks later. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.